All right, guys, here at the NFL owners meetings here in Orlando, we see a lot of coaches, and we just bumped into Sean Payton here in the lobby. Coach, we appreciate your time. Let's talk about, first of all, you make a decision with Darren Sproles. How difficult was that?
Very. He's as smart a player as I've ever coached. He's an exceptional change of pace type of running back. He does so much and has so much versatility, and yet we were faced with a few different decisions, none of them easy. But I think you can expect to see Cadet take on a little bit more of that role. Darren is going to be and going to continue to have successful years in this league. He's just one of those players that never surprised you or did something you weren't expecting. He always did the right thing with regards to recognition of what he saw on the field. He's very intelligent and very explosive. So we were able to make a trade with Philadelphia. I'm sure that Chip and those guys there will do a great job with him. He was a great player for us. I mean, a guy that had a season he had in 11, which was, I think, first in the record books of all-purpose yardages in a single game or a single year. You'll miss guys like that, and then you got to develop these younger players.
Jimmy Graham is the headline this offseason. He could file a grievance. You have the franchise tag. He said some things. What do you make of his situation right now?
I think all the comments I've read has been, when I say this, it's been positive. He loves playing for this city and this team, and we love having him play for this city and this team. And I think that when it comes to a player like Jimmy, and this we went through a little bit with Drew a few years ago, it's just a matter of time and working through the details. The one specific item that's different is the potential grievance with regards to position. But I anticipate when we start up training camp in the fall, Jimmy Graham to be ready to go, and there's a process it takes to get there. And I honestly think he and his agent, I think Mickey and everyone that's been involved in the process has handled it well. There hasn't really been, it's just been a matter of a little bit of time, and it's part of the game.
This draft, they say, is one of the best in years, a deep draft in many positions. You've gone through the combine, you've interviewed these guys. What do you make of this draft?
Well, I think it is deep. I think I think we're fortunate to have a full slate of picks with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 5s and a 6. I think it's deep at several positions, and yet there's some other positions maybe it doesn't have the same depth. But I think the key is, and we spend so much time discussing the first round, the key is how you do in those later rounds, middle rounds. And, I know our guys are working hard at that process, and when we get back from these meetings, we kind of go back into the readings, and we'll be ready.
Last question I have. So many rules bantied about. I mean, the Jimmy Graham celebration rule, you have the extra points, what calls you can challenge. Does anything kind of stick out for you in these meetings?
No, I think there's some health and safety rules that we looked at, but I would say it's this year's owners meeting will be very calm with regards to, there aren't a lot of new changes. There's a few, but nothing that is going to really fool anybody. I think that still health and safety is the first thing that everyone here in the league thinks about, making sure we're doing the right things to protect the players. And then periodically, replay is something that I think every year there's a little adjustment or tweaking to, and I think that'll continue.